Has Greyhound Grit helped you?
Yes.
Do you like being in Greyhound Grit?
Yes.
What is one thing you've done in Greyhound Grit?
Weed. Has Greyhound Grit helped your classroom?
Greyhound Grit time has definitely helped my classroom by giving me the opportunity to work with small groups to provide both enrichment and intervention to those students that I feel haven't met the learning targets and that really need it.
How would you describe Greyhound Grit?
For me, I use Greyhound Grit 3 days a week to work with the students who need reinforcement in reading and language concepts. And then on Fridays, I use Greyhound Grit to work with students who need enrichment, and we practice reading and fluency.
Does Greyhound Grit improve your students' performance?
Greyhound Grit definitely improves my student performance, and I can see a major growth in those students that I have pulled constantly during the year during Greyhound Grit time.
Has Greyhound Grit helped you?
Yes.
What is one thing you've learned in Greyhound Grit?
How to read better?
Did you like being in Greyhound Grit?
Yes.
Yes, Greyhound Grit has helped my students tremendously. Greyhound Grit is a small group of students, usually about 4 students, and we work 4 times a week, 30 minutes a day, and we work on sometimes sight word skills, word recognition skills. Sometimes we work on fluency rate and also their comprehension skills. Yes, all of my students have improved during Greyhound Grit. They have increased their fluency rate, they have increased their sight word recognition, and it's also helped with their writing skills.
Has Greyhound Grit helped you?
Yes.
What is one thing you've learned in Greyhound Grit?
Cause and effect while reading.
Do you like being in Greyhound Grit?
Yes.
Do you feel like Greyhound Grit has helped you?
Yes.
How would you describe Greyhound Grit?
Greyhound Grit is a wonderful addition to Flatgap Elementary. It's a great way to allow students that are not mastering a certain skill to give them the opportunity to have time with them, to work with them, and get them up to mastery on that certain skill. And also for enrichment. I use it a lot for enrichment.
What does it mean to be Nearpod certified?
To be a Nearpod certified educator means I can train other educators in our district on how to use Nearpod in their classroom. And Nearpod is a wonderful tool to incorporate virtual field trips, collaboration boards, different activities like that. For science, I've been using simulation labs, and I also used it for NTI.
Well, it's helped me when I get stuck on stuff and I can't really do anything. And then once we stay, we can learn, and it helps a lot. Well, there's this one time in 3rd grade where we were talking about diameter, and we got to be able to help explain it, and it was really cool.
Greyhound Grit has been an enormous asset to my classroom. It is the gift of time. If you have a student who is just about to catch on right before it's time to change classes, you can have that child for an extra 30 minutes that very day, and you can go over that concept again and do more examples with that student. It just makes an amazing difference. Greyhound Grit is built into our schedule 4 days a week. We have 30 minutes, which we can use to pull any student who did not master that day's skill. Extra examples, enrichment with that skill, whatever that group of students needs that day, that's what we do. Yes, more than once I have had students stay for Greyhound Grit on a difficult task, one that they were really struggling with. And the next day when they came into my room and took their assessment, perfect scores came out.
If I'm struggling on one topic and I get a few more examples, it will help me learn and get better at that topic.
Like Gracie said, we had a lot of NTI days and we didn't get that much time to work on a STEM project. Then when we stayed for Greyhound Grit, we got an extra 30 minutes to work on our STEM projects.
Right. When I was working on my STEM project and we were doing a performance for it, and we had to practice our dance, and we came in here for 30 minutes and practice.
Awesome. One day I had an orthodontist appointment and I missed it, and I was really struggling with it. And Miss Reed asked me to stay, and I did, and next day I got 100 on my test.